guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you are new here today, I'm going to be sharing 15 simple habits for a low buy year that will help you stop spending money for things like retail therapy, impulse buying, lifestyle creep, and influencer marketing even. I personally used to spend hundreds of dollars on clothes chasing a life that I thought I wanted, trying to always be on trend, and I would put my self-worth in my things. I would let my things determine how worthy I was or how successful I was. Whenever I would have a bad day, I would try to heal myself through retail therapy. I was chasing a quick dopamine hit so that I could feel happy in that moment, and maybe it would last like a day or two, but after that it would quickly go away, and it was this vicious cycle that I knew wasn't good for me, but I thought it was helping me. But shopping wasn't the solution. It was a band-aid on top of limiting beliefs that I had that were deeply ingrained within me that I needed to actually turn inwards to figure out what they were and to unpack them. Maybe you're going through the same thing, or maybe you need to pay off some debt, or maybe you just want to save enough money to travel and experience life and actually live with intention. Or maybe you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and you just want a nice emergency fund to the point where you feel comfortable finally, where you can take charge of your finances. I really believe you're going to find a lot of value in today's video. I'm going to have action steps included so that you're not just left with these broad ideas. We're going to actually make this a successful low buy year. Let me know in the comments, are you doing a low buy year, or are you just interested in learning more about what it is? If you enjoy videos around minimalism and intentional living, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And now let's get into the 15 habits for a low buy year. So the first simple habit is to remove yourself from the situation. The beautiful thing about the digital age is that you can unsubscribe from whatever doesn't mesh with your vibe or whatever is tempting you to spend your money. Now, we may not completely be able to get away from ads like on Instagram. They're kind of everywhere lately. However, you can unfollow influencers if you feel like you have a hard time saying no to their recommendations, or even brands if you're following any brands on Instagram and you feel like you always want to give them your entire wallet every single time they post something or launch a new product, then I really encourage you to unsubscribe or unfollow them. This doesn't have to be forever if you really love the brand, but if you do find yourself having a hard time saying no and setting boundaries, maybe for right now, just go through, unfollow, just to get started and get over the first hurdle of going into a low buy year. And also through my email, I unsubscribed from all newsletters and promotional materials that were coming through to my inbox from brands, and this has made the biggest impact to not see like all the sales items or new launches and stuff like that that would tempt me to make a purchase. Another challenge I did at the end of last year to curb my cravings for shopping for home goods and candles and blankets and stuff like that was to not go to department stores like Target, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. And I know some of you are probably screaming at me right now or wanting to jump off the video and you're like, heck no, I don't want to ever cut out Target. But just hear me out. It doesn't have to be for the entire year. I do recommend just kind of stepping back, pulling yourself away from it for a couple of months or at least a month. Create a budget and revisit it often. So here, it's not only to create a budget sheet, it's to set a plan to actually revisit that budget sheet as often as you need to. This can be every single morning, even if you need to, so that you can have that constant reminder so that you can give yourself a better opportunity not to overspend on accident. Even if you don't want to do this every single morning, I recommend at minimum you revisit your budget sheet at least once a month. Number 3, take inventory of what you already have. Before you shop online or before you shop in person, this could be for grocery shopping even, take inventory of what you already own. When I used to go shopping, I would go without planning a list or even knowing what I wanted. I would go just to shop. This would lead me to buying things on a whim, and I would say things like, it's just too cute for me to pass up.
Really?
Or I would buy something without knowing if it actually worked with my wardrobe, what I already had. So then I would have to purchase X, Y, and Z for that piece to work in my wardrobe. And then that X, Y, and Z would only work together as a whole instead of working with the wardrobe that I already had. So it was like this vicious cycle of buying one outfit that worked within itself, but not the rest of my wardrobe. And the fourth simple habit for a low buy year is to shop your closet first. When I had a lot more clothes before my massive closet declutter, this was a lot easier to do. But if you're in the boat of having a decent collection in your wardrobe, try shopping what you already have first. Find pieces that you don't wear often and try to be a little bit creative with how you set it up in your wardrobe. Try matching that shirt that you don't wear often with a new skirt or a new pair of jeans, or try tucking it in your bra. There's this like cool thing that you can do where you can make it a crop and it looks like a completely brand new shirt. But I encourage you to challenge yourself to try making that piece work for you, because at one point you had a reason for buying that item. Try to give it a second life. But this would be really fun. I used to do this all the time when I had a larger wardrobe. I would literally have to take pictures because I had so many clothes I couldn't remember combinations. So I would take pictures of combinations that I found out worked well together that I didn't know would work well before. Instead of like going through this process where you're decluttering your wardrobe and then buying things to fill it, this really defeats the purpose of cultivating a wardrobe that you really love, full of outfits that work together, that make you feel confident. Strive for that versus trying to add new pieces in all the time. Number 5, redecorate your home with things that you already have. Your own furniture, your own decorations. When you feel like your home is a little bit stagnant or it feels kind of like blah and you want to kind of refresh your environment, then I highly encourage you to move some furniture around, get creative with it, move decor from out in your living room into your bedroom or vice versa. Now I do want to say that there's no shame if you genuinely don't like your things and they don't match and they don't flow well. That's okay. Just make sure if you do bring anything into your home, it fits within your budget. You're being intentional about what you're bringing into your home. You're not just buying things because it's an impulse buy. But for a low buy year, I do challenge you to try just sticking with what you already have, because you can save a lot more money that way. Always have a list and stick to that list. This even goes for like shopping for necessities at grocery stores. Isn't it crazy and fascinating how a bag of chips can grow legs and walk into your cart? What you can do to avoid this is to spend time planning. Be strict about planning every time before you go grocery shopping or before you go shopping in general. This is really valuable so that you're not overextending your wallet when you're out of the house, when it's a little bit easier to get caught up in the moment. I've said this on my channel before, but wait 24 hours or even up to a week if you can before you purchase an item that you don't necessarily need and you haven't done research on. This is a really great habit to form for a low buy year because it allows you to sleep on it, pull yourself away, and really evaluate if that item is going to enhance your life in some way or if it's going to make you actually happy. It allows you to take the time to think about how much care does that item require for it to last as long as possible, or is it practical in your home? When you see the item in store, it can be easy to forget how much space you actually have at your house. Does it actually work within your space? Mindset, mindset, mindset. This is one of the most important things for a low buy year. Having a positive mindset about money and your things and having a healthy relationship with spending is really crucial even outside of a low buy year. So I do believe in the law of attraction to an extent where positivity and optimism gets you a step closer to your goals, but I also believe that you need to put in work to feel confident that you're on the right path. So if you keep telling yourself that you're too broke to buy things or that money only comes from hard work, you're only going to see challenges and obstacles in your way. But if you switch your thoughts to see opportunities instead of challenges, and you start to take action that aligns with a positive money mindset, like doing a low buy year, saving your money, investing in your business, building a business if that's your dream, or investing in your education, you're going to see so many wonderful things happen right before your eyes. Now, I'm not saying that this requires you to spend money to make money, that sort of thing. So to have a successful low buy year, in my opinion, is to really take control of your finances, put in the self-discipline, give yourself grace, and turn inwards to work through limiting beliefs that are holding you back, that are causing you to spend your money impulsively. What's the root cause? One thing on my channel that I'm really trying to emphasize is less on material things. Yes, it's good to know how to declutter, or things I don't buy, or things to replace other things that are more eco-friendly or sustainable. Yes, that's important. But I think what's most important is emphasizing our lives. What brings us joy? What do we want to go after? What are our passions? So what I want you to do during this challenge is to focus on opportunity, gratitude, finding out ways to push the needle forward in your favor for living a life that you're really passionate about. Simple habit number 9 is to use up what you already have. So I encourage you to challenge yourself this year to use up your makeup, your candles, your food, your lotions, your perfumes, or whatever it is that you tend to buy different versions of just to have like a different flavor, different scent, or to try something new before you actually finish up what you already have. This could also look like before you go grocery shopping, trying to be creative with your pantry, what you already have, so that you can try different meals, throwing things together to hopefully avoid food waste to help you save money. If it helps, write down in your phone or on a notepad things that you want to use up completely, or that you can use up completely before you allow yourself to buy something new. And then it could be like a treat if you want to. So for instance, I'm going to use up all of the candles that I have first before I buy any new scents. And for those of you that are rule breakers, because trust me, I've been there where I, commit to something, but then I don't actually follow through because I'm like, I don't want to listen to my past self setting these rules. What I encourage you to do is try for at least 3 months. Just try for 3 months to use up what you already have before you go and buy something new. And then at the end of those 3 months, if that's what you're doing and you still want that new flavor or that new scent, I don't see anything wrong with going and getting it, as long as it's still within your budget and as long as it makes you happy. Number 10, have questions ready to go on your phone to look at before you actually purchase an item. These are the 3 questions that I use before I purchase anything that's not a necessity. 1, where exactly will this item be placed in my home? Number 2, what is the purpose or the function of this item? And that could even be just simply making you happy or simply making your space feel cozier. It doesn't have to be where it's like a toothbrush. Number 3, do I really need this object in my life at this very moment, or can it wait the 24 hours or a week? The 11th habit is that if you do buy something and you then eventually realize that it's something that you wish you didn't bring home, then it's to not be scared or not let inconvenience stop you from returning that item. I used to use inconvenience as an excuse for holding on to that item and trying to make it work, but it really never resonated with me, and then I would end up decluttering that item anyways and I wouldn't get any money back. Hindsight 2020, I wasted a lot of money doing this. I want to encourage you that if you do buy something that you end up not liking, to just take the time and go and return it. But if you do pass the return date and you still don't like that item and it's still in good condition, try to sell it on the Facebook Marketplace or on Depop or on Poshmark, somewhere where you can maybe actually sell that item and get some of your money back. Number 12, be as quick as possible. Do you ever say like, oh, it'll be a quick trip, or oh, I'll be in and out, don't worry, like it'll be so fast, and then it's never actually a quick trip? I want you to actually start making it a quick trip. And if it helps to set a time limit on the amount of time that you spend in that store, and if you don't get the things that you need and you pass that time limit, you have to leave or you have to check out with what you have. What is it, 6 times for a customer to see a product or a service before they actually buy it? So the longer you are in a store and you start circling and you start seeing one product or service at a time, you keep seeing it and you keep thinking about it, the more likely you're actually going to walk out of the store with that item. So make it as snappy as possible. Number 13, be critical of your favorite stores. So I keep using Target as an example just because it's easy and I think the most relatable, but because Target can be so stimulating and so exciting and there's like a vibe when you go to Target, there's an experience. If this is your favorite store and you tend to overbuy there, then you are aware this is your favorite store every time you walk in, and I need you to be critical, overly critical of all of the things that you see. Number 14, which really goes into 13 just a little bit, they kind of work together, never settle. And this really goes for more than just the things that you buy. For the sake of this video though, we are just going to keep it to material things. Don't settle for things that are similar to what you want. Be patient, take your time. You are working hard for your money. Think about how many days you had to work or how many hours you had to work in order to buy that item. Is it worth it? So a really great example for this one is, let's say you're going furniture shopping and you need a new dining table. Now, would you settle for something that is cheaply made that might fall apart in a year or two? No, you're probably wanting something that's great quality, that's sturdy, that matches your style, and that is also at a great price point for like the quality that you're getting. If you're shopping around and you kind of found things that are similar but aren't just exactly what you were looking for, don't settle just so that you can say that you had a successful outing. It's okay to not have a successful outing. It's okay to shop around and take several days, because one day you'll find exactly what you're looking for and it'll be worth it. If you choose to settle, you risk not liking that item in the long run and then getting rid of it and having to go through this whole ordeal where you're not getting your money back completely, and then you have to go shopping again and spend even more time looking for the thing that you originally wanted. And the 15th and the last simple habit that I have for you guys for a low buy year: celebrate every single month that you actually stick to your budget. One of my rules is to always celebrate the small things. I just think that's so important to stay inspired and stay excited to get through things when things start to feel tough. And then even if you didn't stick to your budget for 1 month, take a step back and analyze what went wrong. What category did you overspend in? And don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace and just try to be better the next month. If it helps, be sure to save this video somewhere where you can revisit it when you need to throughout the year so that you can watch it again to hopefully inspire you and keep going through the low buy year. If you enjoyed this minimalist guide on how to stop spending money and found these 15 simple habits for a low buy year valuable, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and feel welcome to subscribe down below if you enjoy videos around minimalism and intentional living. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye!